welcome to Saturday Sunya Talks, wherein we discuss PAALI TIPITAKA as it is SANYUTTA NIKAAYA. With me is Dr. Lim Seojin, aka Dhanachara Nagajiva. Hello, doctor, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Yes, and also we have our director, Dr. Rajesh Savera. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
So before we start our Ahar Vagga section dedicated to nutriments, we will have our Sunya practice reverse countdown from 9 to 0. So we will continue our discussion from SN 12.14 Samana and Brahmana second. Staying at Savatthi because whatever Samanas or Brahmanas do not understand these Dhammas, do not understand the origin of these Dhammas, do not understand the cessation of these Dhammas, and do not understand the path leading to the cessation of these Dhammas, what Dhammas they do not understand. They do not understand aging and death. They do not understand the origin of aging and death. They do not understand the cessation of aging and death and do not understand the path leading to cessation of aging and death. They do not understand birth, existence, clinging, craving, feeling, contact, the six sense bases, name and form, consciousness, volitional actions, do not understand the origin of volitional actions, do not understand the cessation of volitional actions, and do not understand the path leading to the cessation of volitional actions. These Dhammas they do not understand. The origin of these Dhammas they do not understand. The cessation of these Dhammas they do not understand. The path leading to the cessation of these Dhammas they do not understand. Such Samanas or Brahmanas bhikkhus are not recognized by me as true Samana among Samanas or true Brahmanas among Brahmanas. Moreover, these Ayasmanta do not in this very life realize for themselves with direct knowledge the goal of Samanahood or the goal of Brahmanhood and dwell having attained it. But bhikkhus, whatever samanas or brahmanas understand these dhammas, understand the origin of these dhammas, understand the cessation of these dhammas, and understand the path leading to the cessation of these dhammas, what dhammas do they understand? They understand aging and death, understand the origin of aging and death, understand the cessation of aging and death, and understand the path leading to the cessation of aging and death. They understand birth, existence, clinging, craving, feeling, contact, the six sense bases, name and form, consciousness, volitional actions, understand the origin of volitional actions, understand the cessation of volitional actions, and understand the path leading to the cessation of volitional actions. These dhammas they understand. The origin of these dhammas they understand. The cessation of these dhammas they understand. The path leading to the cessation of these dhammas they understand. Such samanas or brahmanas bhikkhus are recognized by me as a true samanas among samanas and true brahmanas among brahmanas. Moreover, these ayasmanta in this very life realize for themselves with direct knowledge the goal of samanhood and the goal of Brahmanhood, and well having attained it. So this was the first sutta, and this is the mapping with four noble
Yeah,
truths,
yeah, yeah,
I guess, with the linkage to the all the 12
yeah,
links of dependent origin.
yeah. You must understand volitional. Volitional means mental activity, mental actions. Here, the volitional, sometimes we translate as actions, mental actions. Okay, so when a person is in a supreme consciousness stage, okay, you don't have body, you don't have this thing. So they can detect this the world. Okay, from there then he have a lot of thinking in his mind, Okay, that is called volitional. It will form the consciousness. Yeah. And this lead to birth and suffering. That's why we need to be very very careful with our mind. Okay, our mind, even if you don't trim your mind, actually is very harmful actually.
So, doctor, then these actually what these sutra is telling is about the goal of shamanahood and the brahmanahood, and then to dwell in that.
Yeah,
These people, they are either they understand the four noble truths, and then they understand and achieve the goal of shamanahood or brahmanahood and dwell in it, or they do not understand,
yeah,
and then that is why the Buddha doesn't call them that I accept them as shamana or brahmana.
yeah. They don't even realize that birth is the cause of suffering.
Yeah.
Okay, you suffer because you have this body. Well, like this Lao Tzu, Lao Tzu, he say we suffer because we have this body. When you don't have this body, how to suffer? Okay, but the problem is that when you don't have this body, you cannot exist in emptiness, no? Okay, you still have to manifest. You still have to manifest yourself. It's this thing. So that, but if your consciousness is high, your manifestation also high. Otherwise, our present manifestation, the Buddha said that is neither high or low. The human manifestation is in the middle. It's not too high and not too low. It's just nice for you to practice the Dhamma. Okay, so when you are in Dewa plane, it's too good, for you to practice. What do you call? It's too comfortable for you to practice the Dhamma. When you're in a hell, it's too suffering for you to practice the Dhamma. But in a human being, okay, that is the best form for you to practice. Okay, that's right now. But you must understand, birth, is a cause of all the suffering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doctor, here Samanas and Brahmanas term has come. How we understand the difference between the two?
Yeah, doctor. The
Now,
difference between.
this Samana is the monk, the one who saved the hair, saved the hair. That one is Ramana. Okay, though the one who study Dhamma inside the house, the homebound, are the Brahmana or Brahmana. And Brahmana definitely they believe in God, Definitely they believe in God. So that during the Buddha's time, there are two group of disciples. One is Ramana, okay, the one who saved their hair and follow him, Okay, they say. But you see, Buddha represent both, Buddha never saved his hair, So Buddha represent both Sramana and Brahmana. Remember, Buddha also represent the Hummao. He married before. He also have a son, Before that, the thing. But only thing he wear the robes, so to become a Sramana. Yet he wear the hair. Okay, as some of his disciples, like I heard that
Nakashapa.
so never save the hair. Kasyapa. Okay, do not save the hair. Okay, this thing. So not all his disciples saving the hair. Saving the hair to become a monk is not the system invented by Buddha. During the Buddha's time, even long before Buddha, this Ramana system is already there. It's there. So the Buddha just conveniently, using the system. Okay. So the monk system is not invented by Buddha. It's already long exists before Buddha. So the Brahmana system also is there. Okay. So like today, today you see, today our society, okay, the homebound people are mainly God believer. Homebound, Okay, like all the Muslim, like all the Christian, even many of the Hindu, they are the God believer. Okay, this thing. So even many Buddhists, okay, they believe in Buddha as their father, Okay, so in a sense that is almost the same as a God believer. This thing, say. So that Buddha has become their almost like their God. This is the thing. But only things that you must understand, Buddha also call himself, I am the Tathagata, I am the Arhant, I am the Sambodha. Always remember this three. Okay, I am the teacher, I am the one who already done with the rebirth. I am the one who understand everything. Okay, so this three is always there. Okay, so we must always remember Buddha in the way he is not a god, he is our teacher, Tathagata. Tathagata. And he many times, he keep on saying, Tathagata also have the meaning of thirst come, Sagata, Sugata. Sugata and Tathagata, sometimes these two are interchangeable. Chinese, they translate Tathagata as thirst come. So it's the same thing, it's the same thing. That's why to us is the thirst come and thirst go. Free to come and free to go.
Yeah.
Okay, this thing, yeah. So this sutra asks us that you must understand the cause of suffering is birth. So you should try to stop the future rebirth, As we say, there are two ways you can stop the future rebirth, Two ways. One is by realize nirvana in this life. When you realize it, you no longer attached to this world and you don't come back again. When you say bye-bye, you don't enter the world again. But that may not be easy, That you have to follow the Panchasila very, very strictly. You have to follow Panchasila very strictly. Another way is that you go to the supreme abode of the God, or go to the green land of Buddha. The only difference, as we say, the supreme abode of God and Greenland, the only difference is that supreme abode, you go there, all your wish will be fulfilled. So it's the ultimate place, Whatever your wish will be fulfilled, but you need to control your emotion, You have to control your emotion. If you cannot control your emotion, you know the consequences, okay. But when you go to the Greenland, okay, it's like a university. Greenland is more like a place for you to cleanse yourself. Okay, so Greenland is not the same as the supreme abode of God, Okay, you go there, you still continue to study, you continue to practice until you can control your emotion, you can control this thing. Then only then you go to the supreme abode of God. Is much safer that way. Otherwise, you say Adam, Lucifer, they're kicked out from the abode, because they do not follow, they become, the emotion become overboard, Like the Adam, he take the fruit, actually the fruits of forbidden, he started to differentiate. This is mine, this is yours. He started to push and pull. When you go to the supreme abode of God, then you started to push and pull. No, you cannot live there, You try to grab, then you try to push. Then how can God allow you to stay there? You'll be kicked out, this thing. So it's better that you in this life, before you go there, you practice so that you can control your emotion. That's why every religion asks you to control yourself. Why? Because when you go to supreme abode of God, you need to behave yourself. You read the holy text carefully. Read it carefully, But we don't want to deal with that because this is not covered in Sunya, We don't save people's soul. Okay, this thing. But but if you are the Brahmanas, if you believe in God, go back and study the nature of the supreme abode. But of course, the Buddha did explain very, very, very clearly, in many sutras. Buddha, that you see this Amitabha Sutra, they talk about the Greenland, very clearly. Even this Vaishaja Guru, how the land look like. Okay, these are the thing. So that you that today now we know that rebirth is a source of suffering. How to cut short of rebirth? There are two ways. Remember, two ways. One way is present life. You practice strictly the Panchasila until you don't break the Panchasila anymore. When you don't break the Panchasila anymore, you don't come back to this world. You break Panchasila because of the attachment. Because you attach to this world. Otherwise, how should you go and break the Pancasila? You break because you attach to something, you know. Okay, if you break Pancasila, you cannot achieve nirvana. That's why how a man know that he achieved this arhan. You look at yourself now. Are you breaking Pancasila now? You breaking Pancasila out. Secondly, do you have worry and fear? Arhan have no worry, have no fear. Remember, Arhan have no worry. If you still have worry, you still have fear, then you are far from Arhan. No, you yourself can know. You yourself will know. That's why now you should always practice sunya, okay, to get rid of your worry, to get rid of your fear. Keep on practice the reverse counting. You keep reverse counting, your fear will disappear. You see, many of our sunyati, they have a lot of depression and of fear and depression. After practicing, even the reverse counting alone, they disappear. Okay, this is a very good way for you to get rid of the fear and also this the worry. Okay, then you attach to nothing. When you attach to nothing, then when you say bye bye to this world, you don't come back. Then there's no more reverse. That is the best. That's the best that you can do. Okay, but unfortunately, it may not be easy. You know. That's why the Buddha also, the Vaisyaja Guru, the Sutra Vaisyaja Guru, and also Amitabha, he pointed to the clean land, you know. You can go to the clean land. Okay? It do not conflict with the belief in God, you know. Do not conflict, because belief in God, eventually you still go to the supreme abode of your God. And every supreme being have their own abode, you know. But all the abode are interlinked. According to Buddha, no, you go to one, you go to all. You enter into one, you enter into all. So it is don't differentiate, you know. Don't differentiate people's God with your God. When you go to his world, you can interlink, you can visit them, they also can visit you, you know. These are the things. But I think we don't want to discuss too much on that. Okay, but at least you should understand, you should know this. You should, because this is also part of the teaching from Buddha, you know. In other sutras, also he mentioned about that, yeah.
And Doctor,
Good thing is actually the clean land do not cover in Nikaya. Nikaya want you to become Arhan. Finish.
no, Doctor, I think Nikaya is telling that this is also a clean land. This place where you are right now,
This
you
place is a
first
clean land, yes,
clean
yes,
yourself up. Make sure that you are here also for cleaning. You are not here for enjoyment.
Yeah. When your mind is clean, the land is clean.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, actually Nikaya, they promote that this is a clean land. Many
Yes.
times they say that this land is the clean land of Sakyamuni.
Yeah.
The clean land of Sakyamuni.
You cannot see it clean.
But this Agamas talk about clean land.
Yeah, they talk about other clean land also, yeah.
Clean land. Yeah. Agamas talk about clean land. That's why Agamas are more complete in the sense, no?
Yeah.
Agamas is more complete. But they do scholar, they counted the words. They say this Nikaya have more words than Agamas. That's why it's more complete. No. Chinese are very economical, no. Chinese language are very concise. You cannot count the words, no.
Even Sanskrit, Doctor, is very economical.
Yeah, you're very concise. Yeah, you can see
Yeah.
that Sanskrit are very concise.
Yeah.
Combined with the English. So you cannot counting the words that or this thing. But of course, we respect both Nikaya and Agamas. After all, both are from Buddha. No? We are not going to differentiate them.
True.
Both are from Buddha. No? Only things that they are compiled by different groups of scholars. I think this Nikaya is compiled in the Sri Pawa.
Sri Parva University, yeah.
Because the Sri Pawa there, the artifact is the same as Sri Lanka. The artifacts, no, is the same as Sri Lanka, and this Pali is active in the southern part of India.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing. There's then I think it's maybe compiled in the Sri Pawa. Then after that is sent to Sri Lanka. No? Many scholars they claim that Nikaya is compiled in Sri Lanka. No. Originally, first compilation, maybe second or third compilation, maybe is in full proofing, maybe in Sri Lanka. But from compilation, definitely it's in India, not in Sri Lanka.
Okay.
So,
But this is not our concern. This is not our concern. Okay, this is a thing let us not discuss too much on that. Okay, but both Nikaya and Agamas we must respect both equally.
Yeah.
So if you want to get liberated, then the first is the following of Panchashil, and second one is to worry and fear. To overcome these two
Yeah,
feelings, we need to
two
practice
things,
Sanya.
two things. Control your body, you observe Panchasila very strictly. Okay, that is a prerequisite for any delivery. Okay, if you break Panchasila, finish, you will not get Nirvana. You break it, finish. Okay, even you look at the
I think he.
translated by what they call Kumala Jiwa. Those who break the Sila one, don't even bother to teach them. Those break the serious Sila
Yeah.
one. No point of teaching them Zen, because they cannot achieve anything in this life. Yeah, so that's why observing do not kill. Try not to kill. Okay, try not to take what is not belong to you. Okay, try not to disrupt people's harmony. Try to maintain the harmony in the society. Okay, try not to make any false claim. Okay, try to not intoxicate yourself. Observe it strictly, so that you control your body. When you control your body, when you can control your body, then you can control your mind. When you can control your mind, when you say bye-bye to this world, then you no longer attach to this world, then you don't come back. You don't come back, Okay, this thing, okay. But when you don't come back, where are you going? Most probably is the Greenland. Where Sakyamuni also have another Greenland, Other than this earth, he has another Greenland, the Sakyamuni. But in this land, they don't call him Sakyamuni, They call him this what they call? They call him this another name. Another name. Yeah. But maybe in the future we will talk about Greenland, but not now. You must study the agamas, finish the agamas and this thing before you talk about Greenland. You don't even understand the basic. Don't talk about Greenland. Don't talk about Supreme Abode. Okay, because what is the point? What is the point of going to Supreme Abode? Then you cannot control your emotion. All your wish will be fulfilled is a risky thing, When you cannot control, then you go for grab like Adam, grab and push. Whatever you want, you grab. Whatever you don't want, you push, Okay? Then he eat the. You see, actually, the fruit of forbidden fruit is just mycology, Okay? Actually, it's a fruit of differentiation.
Yeah.
That's why differentiation is the cause of rebirth. Differentiation. You differentiate, then you finish. Okay, that's why the highest nirvana is Anuttara Samyak Sam Buddha. Anuttara means the highest, Samyak means non-differentiation. Buddha is the one who absolutely do not differentiate. He is Buddha. Yeah. So this is the central teaching of Buddha. Many people say that the central teaching of Buddha is compassion. Of course, compassion is there, but the actual teaching, the main teaching is non-differentiation. Non-differentiation is the central teaching of Buddha.
Right.
Okay, doctor, let's go to the next verse. Yeah.
Okay, verse.
You have compassion when you do not differentiate. Otherwise, how to compassion? How to have compassion? How to have compassion? Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Kachana
SN
Gota,
12.15 Kachan Gota Sutta. Staying at Savatthi, then Ayasma Kachan Gota approached the Bhagava. Having approached, paid homage to the Bhagavanta and sat down at one place. Sitting at one place, Ayasma Kachan Gota said to the Bhagavanta, right view, it is said Bhante. To what extent is there right view? This world, Kachana, for the most part, depends on a duality, on the notion of existence and the notion of non-existence. But Kachana, when one sees the origin of the world as it really is, with right wisdom, the notion of non-existence does not occur. When one sees the cessation of the world as it is really is, with the right wisdom, the notion of existence does not occur. This world Kachana, for the most part, bound by clinging, attachment, and obsession. But one does not engage with or cling to that clinging, attachment, or obsession, nor does one resolve, this is myself. One understands, Dukkha rises when it arises. Dukkha ceases when it ceases. One does not doubt or waver in this matter, and one's knowledge here is not dependent on others. To this extent, Kachana, there is right view. All exist, Kachana, is one extreme. All does not exist is the second extreme.
Yeah,
Avoiding both these extremes, the Tathagata teaches the Dhamma by the middle way. With avidya,
yeah.
ignorance as condition, mental actions arise. With mental actions as condition, consciousness arises. Thus arises this whole mass of dukkha. But with the complete fading away and the cessation of ignorance, mental actions ceases. With the cessation of mental action, consciousness
Vijay.
ceases. Thus ceases this whole mass of dukkha. Yes, doctor, that was the end of next sutta, and it is
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about two extremes and existence
Buddha
and
said that,
non-existence.
yeah. Buddha said that you should not cling to two extreme view, no, the dualism. One is absolutism, that everything exists permanently. Secondly is that nihilism, that nothing will exist, everything will be destroyed completely. Don't attach to these two, this other thing. So that even in the Diamond Sutra, no, Buddha said that my teaching is neither real or unreal. Okay, now you see, is this world real or this world unreal? If this world is real, no, okay, now you see, now is my spec here, no, is it real or is it unreal? At this moment, it's real, no. After a few hundred years, where the speck no longer there, no, destroyed, no, then it's unreal. Okay, so that you should look at the world as it is in the middle way. It's neither real or it's neither unreal. When you say it's unreal, no, okay, some people they say that then I want to practice emptiness, then they never go to work, they never this thing, they every day they meditate, no, okay, then they try to meditate, they don't do anything. Buddha whack this kind of people, no. They say these are the fool, no. These are the idiots. They do not do your duties. Okay, because these idiots they attach to nihilism. Some people practice meditation. They practice nihilism. They sit there doing nothing, you know. Okay, they don't do the job. They don't do this thing. They do this thing. Then they depend on other people to support his living, you know. No. This is not the disciple of Buddha. Another one is that they go for materialism. Everything material, no? Okay, everything also they measure in material. They measure in gains, no? Materialistic gain. That also cannot be, you know. So you need to balance your life, no, between material and non-material gains. Okay, this is the thing. So the sunyata and rupa, you need to balance between the two. So that is the highest stage of yoga. It is the highest stage of yoga. So remember the three stages of yoga. The first stage is that you union your mind and body. You practice the Panchasila. You practice Panchasila, you union your mind and body. Secondly is that you go to the society. Okay, you interact with your family, you interact with your working place, you interact with society. Okay, this is second. Okay, the self body and the universe, union of self body and the universe. The third level is that you manage the sunyata and rupa. The third level of yoga. Okay, and all these are very much promoted in Nalanda. No? And today in India, how many Indians know that Nalanda is how many people know that Shenchang go to India because of yoga? Okay, in India when you talk about yoga, they talk about the acrobat, you know, twist the body. Then they talk about the hallucination, you know, they sit there, roll their eyes, looking upward, and try to unite with the God, and they call it yoga. No, there's no yoga, and there's no text. There's no text mentioned about that, you know. I don't know where they base the practice from. There's no sutra, there's no text talk about that. You go and twist and turn your body. You still remember the eighth way of yoga? The what do you call the eighth
Patanjali Yoga.
Yeah, Patanjali.
It doesn't. It
That is
doesn't talk
yoga.
about. Yeah, that is yoga. Yam, niyam,
No, no, no.
asan.
First thing first, you control your sila, no.
So let
Control
me,
your
doctor. Let me recite. One yam means
yes,
sayam means self control first.
yes, self
Then
control. Yeah,
niyam means following the rules. Okay,
follow
that
the
is
rules. Yeah,
Panchashila.
yeah.
Then yam niyam
Pancasila,
asan
yeah.
means to have a comfortable sitting.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
stand, and then it continues like that till samadhi.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You should wear comfortably.
Yeah.
Okay, you should have a good cloth, no. You should not expose yourself to cold. Okay, some idiot they naked the body, then you expose yourself to cold. How can they how to achieve nirvana? You naked your body, then when the cold attack you, how to become nirvana? No, no, no. You have to wear cloth, no.
True.
You have to wear cloth. This thing. In India, a lot of funny practice, no. A lot of funny practice. And they always translate that ecstatic, No, no, no. Buddha strongly against ecstatic. That's why recently the agamas, aesthetic was no, Mahakasa practice aesthetic. No, 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 no. Mahakasa practice very strict rules.
Yeah.
Practice strict rule and aesthetic are different thing. Aesthetic, they stay naked, they raise their hand to do. They put all this funny thing they call aesthetic, Buddha banned that. You look at India, all this funny, they are aesthetic. They put access all over the body, they don't wear clothes. Okay? Then they my goodness, they put their hand, they want to put down the hand. Go to toilet and you get angry, No, 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 no. These are the things happening in India. That's why now whatever you practice now, you should based on sutra.
Who wakes you up? So for me, Osho was like that. My goodness, the way he brought shame to our whole this thing. But on the other side, if you look at him, the way he sang the bhajan of Krishna, you should be surprised. Have you seen him singing? My goodness, like Meera he was. No, he was pura. कोई बोल भी नहीं सकता. This was the guy. So again, why did this happen to you? Because you have a point of view. So what you should do is, do not have a point of view. Look at things as it is. A is like this, it is like this. B is like this, it is like this. These two people who would have their fixed view will confront, but not you. You will see the thing as it is. This is like this is like that. We are not in the
We are
game.
live.
You understood?
Should I talk?
You sin.
Okay.
Okay, doctor, we are back again.
There was some interruption with the power failure here, but we have inverter in place now. Doctor, can you hear us?
You cannot hear us?
You can't hear
Okay,
us.
okay.
And his voice is also not coming to us.
So your voice shows as no. Doctor's voice is showing as no.
No.
You check doctor's voice. Yeah. Power failure.
We are live. Can they hear us? The audience? Audience can hear us, doctor.
Yeah.
So
Start.
we will just wait for Dr. Lim's connection because we are not audible to him and he is not audible for us. Just give us 2 minutes.
you निकाल दे वो, वे फिर से ज्वाइन करेंगे वो। तो हिंदी बोला मैं, या फिर निकाल दे, फिर वो वापस ज्वाइन करेंगे।
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
okay, doctor.
now it's okay now.
Now, okay.
Okay.
We had a major power failure in this
wrong,
area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The rest continue.
Yeah, let's continue.
Yeah. So there, here the statement has occurred, doctor, when one sees the origin of the world as it really is, with the right wisdom, the notion of non-existence does not occur. So just want to understand what is this origin of the world and what is this right wisdom with which one sees. Are we audible to you, doctor?
Yeah, you're audible to me, but I saw the video is not working. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. We continue. I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, so here the statement has come, when one sees the origin of the world as it really is, with right wisdom, the notion of non existence does not occur. Doctor, I just want to understand what is this the origin of the world and what is this right wisdom? Doctor, because he will not be able to see the text also.
Yeah. Doctor,
Yeah.
can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
So the question, Wrucha has a question
Yeah.
that the text
Yeah.
where we are reading, it says
Yeah.
that since the person is the view of the world originating is there, hence the
Yeah.
person's view of things not being there cannot be possible, and because things do not remain permanently, you cannot say they will also remain. So the extreme part is the right view. So wants an explanation on that part.
Yeah, the right view, then you should understand the Panchaskanda is not permanent. That's the right view. Okay? The ignorant is because you attach to this world as real. No? You attach to this world as real. You love this world. Okay, this thing. So you have the kind of emotional link to your family. Okay, then this will cause all the suffering. This cause all suffering. So the Buddha said that you have to be a few things. First, it's a link to the family. Okay, you need to manage the link to the family. Okay. Secondly, is that you need to manage your attachment to this world. So the attachment to this world, they break down to Panchaskanda. Okay, the physical world, but anything physical. Okay, the feeling. Okay, the thinking, your accent, all your actions, and your consciousness. All these things are when you link to this thing, then you cannot get nirvana. There's no way you can achieve nirvana if you link to any of that. This thing. Many people say that they wanted to practice their heart. They want to practice their mind. Meditation is not the practice of mind. Meditation is to observe your mind. We do not practice. You do not practice anything on your mind. Okay. Many people, they try to meditate the mind so that they have a powerful mind. They become a successful person in this. They want to become millionaire. They get successful. They manipulate the mind. No. This is not meditation. No, that may be good for your. Maybe good for your business, everything, okay, but you will not achieve nirvana, okay, by practicing on your mind. So you're observing on your mind, okay, observing on your mind, then you practice non-differentiations, okay, then you guard your body, okay, you shall not kill any animal, ahimsa, okay, you shall not take what does not belong to you. You don't disturb the harmony in the society, Don't go for confrontation. Okay. Then don't make any self-claim. Don't plug anything from the air. Simply teach, The The Buddha say the worst of all the what do you call the self-claim is you created something from the air, and teach. That is the worst thing that you can do as a guru. It's not that in this thing you created something, then you teach. Like many Baba in India now, they're also funny teaching. Okay, they pluck something from the air. Okay, they ask you to breathe. The different way of breathing. Okay, different way of this thing. Then they acted very funny. Then they ask you to emulate them. No. They do not follow the worst kind of false claim. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next
Okay.
verse.
So, continuing the next
In
sutta.
short, you should look at this world clearly. Yeah, please.
Yeah. So, SN 12.16, Dhammakathik Sutta, a Dhamma speaker. Staying at Savatthi, then a certain bhikkhu approached the Bhagava. Having approached, paid homage to Bhagavanta and sat down at one place. Sitting at one place, that bhikkhu said to the Bhagavanta, Dhamma speaker, it is said Bhante. To what extent is one Dhamma speaker? Bhikkhu. If a bhikkhu teaches the Dhamma for the sake of disenchantment, dispassion, and cessation regarding aging and death, he is worthy to be called a Dhamma speaker. If a bhikkhu practices in accordance with the Dhamma for the sake of disenchantment, dispassion, and cessation regarding aging and death, he is worthy to be called a practitioner in accordance with the Dhamma. And if a bhikkhu, through disenchantment, dispassion, and cessation regarding aging and death, is liberated without clinging, he is worthy to be called one who has attained Nibbana in this very life. If a bhikkhu teaches the Dhamma for the sake of disenchantment, dispassion, and cessation regarding birth, existence, clinging, craving, feeling, contact, the six sense bases, name and form, consciousness, mental actions, avidya ignorance, he is worthy to be called a Dhamma speaker. If a bhikkhu practices in accordance with the Dhamma for the sake of disenchantment, dispassion, and cessation regarding ignorance, he is worthy to be called a practitioner in accordance with the Dhamma. And if a bhikkhu, through disenchantment, dispassion, and cessation regarding avidya, ignorance, is liberated without clinging, he is worthy to be called one who has attained Nibbana in this very life. That was the next sutta, Doctor. Here the words repetitively has come disenchantment, dispassion, and the
Yeah, this
cessation.
person. Yeah.
Many people who are not mostly inclined towards the text may take it in a negative way. So how one should understand this disenchantment, dispassion, and the cessation terms, Doctor?
No, one thing, all this point to one thing, you should detach yourself from Panchaskanda. You should detach yourself from the Panchaskanda. Okay, Vija mean wisdom, Vija mean ignorant. Because even the Malay today, they Vija, they call it Bija, because they don't have V, they call it B, Vija. Okay, they mean you are very clever, Vija. Vija mean you are ignorant. Okay, now, how to overcome avijja? To overcome avijja by seeing things clearly. Okay, when you seeing things clearly, then you can get rid of the ignorance. That's why when we go for the reverse counting, okay, we see the counting clearly. Okay, that can get rid of the ignorance. You see your body clearly. You observe your body clearly. You observe the feeling clearly. Okay, when you feel warm, you know that it's warm. You feel cold, you know that it's cold. You feel happy, you know that it's happy. You feel that unhappy, you know that unhappy. Now, all these things, you started to take notice of what's happening in this world, what is happening to your body. Then you can get rid of the avijja. So when Buddha said that, okay, you should get rid of ignorance, he did come up with a lot of practice, no? a lot of practice to get rid of the ignorance. Okay, so the sunya is one of the practice that to get rid of your ignorance. That's why many people after they practice sunya, they can see things clearly. Okay, then most of the worry, most of the fear disappear. Yeah.
Doctor, here it's beautifully put down that first the bhikkhu, when he teaches the Dhamma, then he is the Dhamma speaker. First is to teach.
Yeah, that must be.
Okay,
Yeah.
then he has to practice so that he becomes the practitioner in accordance with the Dhamma. So after teaching, he is practicing also. And then last, he is saying that through this understanding of teaching and practice, one actually starts to transform himself and then he attains Nibbana or Nirvana. That means to teach and to practice. These are the only two ways.
Three things, to teach, to practice, okay, and to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these three things, You first you understand, then you practice, okay, then you have all the experiences. Okay, this practice is the key,
Practice.
Without practice, you achieve nothing, You see, Buddha in any sutra, he always start with meditation, Even in the Dhamma Sutra,
Yeah.
he sit down, started to meditate. Even in this MAS, Buddha practiced for 90 days,
Mm-hmm.
The Anapana, this thing. So practice is the key of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Without practice, you don't call yourself a student of Buddha,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and without observing of the Panchaskila, also you don't call yourself a student of Buddha.
Mm-hmm.
Two things, First, you must observe the Panchaskanda. Observe the Panchasila. Get rid of the Panchaskanda, the 5 obstacle. Okay, your body, your feeling, okay, your thinking, your action, Or this consciousness. Your consciousness is by your action and your thinking. From your consciousness, yeah.
So I think that was the last sutta for today, because
So
the
when
next one
you
is
study the yeah, because today the line not very good,
Yeah, doctor.
I always feel the video very jerky,
No, even here the
Yeah,
video
very
is
jerky,
stopping.
yeah.
But
So I
we
think we open for questions.
yes, we open for questions.
Yeah. Any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any online
You
questions?
know any
We don't
questions?
have any online questions. Do you have any questions?
I think, doctor, there are no online questions or something, but it's very clear.
So we
if-
make some summary.
Summary, yeah.
We make some
Summary, please.
Yeah. Summary is that now we are still discussing about the 12 link, cause
Yeah.
and effect. Okay, 12 link. 12 link started from the ignorant. Okay, what do you mean by ignorant? Because you do not understand this world. Imagine one day we say bye bye to this world, then we are in this supreme consciousness stage, Okay, now if you don't understand this world, then you of course you always want to come back to this world. Where you at? You attach to this world, you attach to your friends, your problem. That's why you need to practice all the time, okay, to detach from all these things in your day-to-day practice, So when you detach from the Panchaskanda, okay, then how do you know that you already detached? First, you have no worry, no fear. That's why those who practice sunya, they were not having depression. No way they have depression. Those who practice sunya properly, they have no worry and no fear. Okay, the worry and fear is still there. They're still there, okay, but it's not strong.
Yeah.
You can manage your fear, you can manage your worry. Okay, not like those depression one, they cannot manage. Okay, that's why this one, actually today, depression, very serious now, the depression now. So sunya is a very good remedy to this thing. Then also this society, a lot of confrontation, a lot of confrontation, so that the non-differentiation of this sunya also teach us to practice non-confrontation, so that the society become more peaceful. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
today
it.
I think this thing maybe tomorrow we go for the agamas.
Yeah, tomorrow we go for the Yagamas, doctor.
Yeah, okay. Then see you then.
Yeah, thank you so
Okay,
much.
bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, doctor.
Yeah.
So That was a nice session.
Yes.
Yeah. So what we understood here is that the Four Noble Truths, they are the way in which, if you realize it, I think then you can see the reality of life, and
Yeah.
then not being in the extremes of
Yeah.
things and being in the middle of things. So seeing things as it
Mhm.
is the key for one to get out of that ignorance.
Uh-huh.
And once one is out of ignorance, as doctor says, that he's detached and there's no worry and no fear experience as destructive,
Oh.
but you can see it as it is, and you are able to manage it.
The main takeaway message here is saying understanding how the world works,
Yeah.
and if you have that understanding, then as the Dr. Lim has said, at the very last moment, when you have that supreme consciousness, then there will not be worry and fear also, because ignorance is also not in picture, because you understand how the world works.
Yeah, the operating system, the SOP, and I think that is the key. So that's a good session. So again,
Yeah.
thank you so much
Thank you so
for leading
much,
the session. Yeah.
Doctor, and for joining with us. Now, today is the end of our this talk, and we are very interesting sessions going on, and I hope there is some takeaway message for all of you. Also, the main thing is to observe Panchashila, and second is to practice Shunya to overcome our worries and the fear. So I hope you have enjoyed today's session. Tomorrow we will meet at 10 a.m. for Sunday Nikaya's Agama session. See you. Take care until then. Bye bye.
It was spread throughout India.
पूरी दुनिया में ये स्प्रेड होगा.
When India started to practice Sunya,
जब इंडिया ने प्रैक्टिस करना शुरू कर दिया शून्य का,
but the ancient Chinese described Sunya, described India.
जैसे जो चाइनीज थे पुराने, उन्होंने इंडिया के बारे में कुछ बताया है.
Simple,
वो एक साधारण देश है,
elegance,
लेकिन उसमें कुछ खूबसूरती है,
most importantly, majestic.
और सबसे बड़ी चीज है महान है.
Sabas India.
तो ये है इंडिया, साधारण, खूबसूरत और महान.
It was spread throughout India.
पूरी दुनिया में ये स्प्रेड होगा.
When India started to